Hey, thanks for watching The Creative Underground. I'm Paul Carhart. And I know it's been a little while since we've done anything here, and that's because I've been pretty busy. So I wanted to put up at least a celebratory video to talk about that I finished my latest novel, the first draft anyways. It's called A Stranger at the Gallows. It is the prequel to this book. It's called A Stranger on Bay Street. Which is a story about a contemporary fantasy about angels. And the new book is a Western with angels in it. So, same angel. That's the thread that carries these things together in this series. So, the series is called Worlds Collide. And my dad was a big Western fan. Thought he was John Wayne, actually, a lot of times, I think. And so I wrote this sort of as a tribute to him. It's got angels in it because I'm a sci-fi fantasy guy, and also I'm a Christian. So that appealed to me to do something like that in a Western environment. So I threw everything in there that I think my dad would have liked. There's mining and ranchers and poachers and Indians and train chasing and all kinds of stuff in it. I don't have the old-fashioned showdown on Main Street. I didn't do that, but for the most part, I tried to keep it pretty realistic to the time period. I did a lot of research on it, something that I think my dad would have liked, hopefully, if he was still alive. He did like my Chance for the Future Fairlight series. And whether or not he would have liked this book or not, I don't know. But I'm not sure what he would have thought of the Angels. But anyways, so that thing's done. The first draft is, so I'll start editing it probably another week or two. I like to let it simmer and sit for a while before I go back and start making editorial passes, and then it'll get off to another editor as well, a fresh set of eyes. Or two. Sometimes I have beta readers as well, and then they'll read it. And let me know anything that they find as far as continuity errors or things like that. So that's done. I've been working on the Third World Sun new material. Scotty came over last week and laid down some new vocal tracks. So that was very good. We got some good stuff, and he put even a little more guitar down. So I'm really excited about where that's going. Been working on some new music as well, perhaps not Third World Sun related, but we'll see. So yeah, all that's been going on. My daughter just started high school. She's in the marching band, and that keeps me pretty busy, especially on Friday nights. There's a game somewhere every Friday night, so that's keeping me busy as well. So I apologize for not having videos out more often, but I wanted to get one out and talk about this. And then I've got, to decide what I want to do next. I've been continuing to scan and post these Elvin's Pet Peeve comic strips. There's many of them out there now. I'm not sure quite how many yet. And so you can find those at paulcarhart.com. And then just go to the very top right corner where it says my right, your right. It's a little picture of the characters up there, green character named Peeve. Click on that, and that'll take you to that page, and you can see all the old episodes and the one new episode that I've done since then, the two-parter that brings Peeve back. So I've got a lot of those things that I want to still do and draw. I want to get into a regular schedule of doing those and posting those, the new ones. And I'm also scanning these for the purpose, not only to post them online, but ultimately I want to have a print book of these original Elvin's Pet Peeve comic strips as well, so that whoever gets into these things, they can see the whole history of it, and then watch it as it moves forward into the new comic strips and other media that I hope to take it into. See what else is going on. Well, yeah, like I said, I need to decide what I want to do next as far as writing goes. So I've got several possibilities. I've got a children's book I've written, but I think I'm also going to illustrate. It's called The Nocturnal Adventures of Melody Midnight, loosely based upon my daughter when she was very little and would not go to sleep at night. It's a fantasy children's book, basically. It's written as sort of in the style of a Dr. Seuss. So every line rhymes. Every two lines rhyme with each other. And I would illustrate it, and it's sort of in the vein of a, portal fantasy, sort of like a Narnia or a Peter Pan or Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz type of a thing, where she goes to this other dream world. So that's one thing that I want to do. I've got an idea, many ideas, for a sequel to Planetfall, which was the trilogy that I put out 2014 or 2015. Got many ideas for that, and I'm talking to a friend of mine about some additional ideas that could be incorporated into that. I've got another book in the Fairlight series that I've got sort of figured out. I've got another book in the Sci Chick series as well that I'd like to write. There's only one book so far, so it's not really a series. But I've got a sequel that I'd like to write. That was One of the Girls, is the book that's out now. And then I'd like to write a sequel to that. And not sure what else. Anyways, if any of those things sound interesting to you and you think I should write it next, comment in the comments. Let me know, and I'll take that into consideration. But definitely would like to start something else. In the next month or so, as the editing on this book gets wound down. I'm hopeful that this book, the new one, A Stranger at the Gallows, will be available by the end of the year, hopefully for Christmas. So that's my hope and my prayer. So it just depends on how quickly the editing goes and the cover process and all that stuff. So if you're interested in any of these other books, you can go to Amazon.com/ actually just go to Amazon.com and throw in Paul Carhart in the search field for the author. You should find all of them there. All the Fairlight books. One of the Girls is out there. Planetfall is out there. My nonfiction book, Zooming Through Life, is out there. And you can get it in print. You can get it in Kindle if you like that. If you want any other digital formats, I highly recommend going to smashwords.com and going there. We've got all my books are available in every digital format you can think of out there. So that's where you can download those from. So by all means, read my books. I appreciate it. That's it for this week. I just wanted to celebrate the finishing of this novel and talk about what's going on and figure out what to write next. And then we'll be back, hopefully next week. Hopefully much, much more frequently than it has been. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.